Alright guys, how's it going? Blitzwing back, and today I'm taking a look at Stone Cold what? Steve Austin. That was very badly done by me, I know. Yeah. Okay, let's just get to the review. Because I'm already losing words, and it's going to happen during the review quite a bit. So might as well get there already and get some progress started on this without wasting any more time. So this is from the Jax line. My favorite wrestling figures were done by them. I have quite a bit of these guys, over 100 or so. I think I have about 120 or so figures from the Jax guys. I'm a big fan of their stuff, the way that they handle these figures, and I unfortunately like them better than the Mattel line for several reasons, but I'm not going to get into that here. I might make an actual video separately. So yeah, this guy's from the WWE Classics Wave 18, I think, which I think you could still pick up, not too expensive, on the aftermarket. I mean, I think I've seen this guy go as low as even 15 bucks or 10 bucks on eBay a couple of times. So if you just look around, you'll be able to find him for a decent enough price. Now, as far as head sculpt goes, let's zoom in here. Really well done head sculpt. As you can see, a lot of expression, and does look like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I like the goatee. I like the blue eyes. I like the bald head. A lot of detail in that haircut. Really well done. But yeah, the only thing is, a lot of people said and complain often for the Jax line, which some figures I also have a problem with, where they're shouting or they have an open mouth, and people don't really like that. They say it takes away from the figure a little bit. But I think for Austin, if there's a figure that should do this, it's like Austin is perfect for that, because it does look like he's just screaming what, or cussing, or just screaming at the crowd, and works really well for this particular wrestler. Now, as we work our way down, I'm sure you already noticed his trademark vest, which is made out of soft plastic and is removable. I'll show you in just a bit how you can take it off. So on one side it says Austin, and on the other one we have his famous skull logo up there, and then 316 right here. And then we turn it to the back, we have the awesome 3 skulls on this side, and it says Stone Cold. So that's as far as that goes. And then, I mean, as everyone knows, Stone Cold, other than that, is quite a plain, not a very colorful wrestler as far as like his attire and stuff like that. So you can see he is quite built, which I think is a little bit of an exaggeration for Stone Cold, because I don't think he's ever been that built. But yeah, he has the plain black trunks, which he's famous for, I guess. And as you stare at his crotch, I will pan the camera down to his kneecaps, knee guards, or what are they called? Knee guards, I guess. Knee pads, there we go. Wow, completely tripped out on the word there. But yeah, he has a nice knee pad with some detail and engraving on the inside there. This is the later style knee pads that Jax started using. So you can see they have a cut in the back to allow for better articulation, which I will cover in just a bit. And then as we work our way down to the boots, you can see he has the short length boots, and they are well sculpted with the laces and a lot of like nice little ripples and things like that going through the entire thing. Now I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments section below, those of you who know for sure. I mean, I could probably check anyway, but I think Austin does have a tattoo on his leg here. I think, maybe I'm wrong. So I think that is missing, or maybe it's just that this figure wasn't based, maybe he didn't have a tattoo at that point, but I think I might be wrong. But let me know below if you know for sure if he does have a tattoo on one of the sides of his legs, like it's kind of really low, or maybe it's just they went for the look that the boot is covering the tattoo and you can't see it. Maybe that's that. So yeah, I might be completely wrong about that. But yeah, as far as his articulation goes, he's the standard male articulation for the Jax figures. He has a ball jointed head, which allows for a lot of maneuverability. As you can see, it's a very stiff joint for my figure. He has a ball jointed shoulder, which allows again for a lot of articulation here. A big swivel at the wrist, at the shoulder, bends at the elbow, and then he has a swivel at the wrist, as well as an in and out joint at the wrist. His waist twists around. Again, a very solid joint and not very easy to move, so it's good. It will hold the pose well. He can kick for his finisher, the stunner. So here's Jon Stewart. Oh, and there it is. All right, back to not playing with your toys. Bends at the knee, but a quick complaint. As much as these knee pads look nice when they're on the figure, and they did try to make them as little as obstruction as possible, but they do still limit the articulation. As you can see, he just kind of bends this far, while if I were to, let's say, turn this knee pad and just slide it off a little bit, just so it doesn't cover the joint at all. So I just slid it off. As you can see, it's quite easy to take it off. And yeah, quick advice is always slide it off this way and then turn it onto the kneecap. Without the kneecap, he can bend his leg about twice as much, maybe a little less than twice, but still, it does limit some articulation. So you could just, let me try to twist that back on there now, as I'm trying to do this, and now I love how I told you, oh, this is the best way to do it, and now I'm failing. Let me try to get this up. Okay, it's up, and now I just need to rotate it, and there we go. So you kind of saw how to put a kneecap on. His leg does move back a little too. You could kind of keep pushing it, but it feels like you're starting to stress the plastic a little, so be careful with that. And then his ankle has a joint also. So as you can see, quite a bit of articulation. Definitely could have an ab joint, and like the deluxe aggression line had, in order to be a little more playable as a wrestler. But considering that Stone Cold had very brawling, and he didn't have a lot of like high flying moves or anything like that, I don't think he requires any of that extra articulation. Maybe on figures like Rey Mysterio, CM Punk, like etc. Those guys who do a lot more speed and mobility based moves, they would require that. But I think for Stone Cold it's just fine. Now, just before I finish this review, how do you take the jacket off? The way I always do it is I bend his hands backwards like this, kind of to chicken wing pose, and then you just pull one side off. Don't worry, it won't rip. Once you have one off, that's it. Then it's just simple. You just take the other one off, and it's just like a standard soft plastic, soft rubber piece. And yeah, so that's pretty much that. As far as the height, here's Mr. Jon Stewart after he woke up from the stunner, and a 3 3/4 figure Crimson Dynamo. As you can see, he is bulkier and bigger than Jon Stewart, and also of course bigger than the 3 3/4 figure. So these guys are about, I guess I would say probably like 7, maybe 8 inches, probably 7.5 inches tall, like the wrestling figures. And yeah, so there's the Stone Cold figure. He's a definite worthwhile pickup. Just this head sculpt is awesome, especially if you could find him in for a good price. I would definitely recommend picking him up. He'll look great in your either classic display or 90s display, or I mean whatever display you put him in, he'll look great and will stand out as a figure very, very well. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Stone Cold, a definite worthwhile pickup, and I'll catch you guys next time. Blitzrunger out.